What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be going over how streamers ruin gaming. If y'all think streamers ruin gaming, go ahead, let me know.
Ruin gaming, or are you just trash? In this video, I'm going to talk about gaming before streaming was popular and gaming after streaming became popular. And by the end of this video, you'll have an answer on if streaming really ruined gaming or not. Now, a few months ago, I was actually scrolling through Twitter and I saw this tweet right here that says dominating blue collar workers in BattleBit. If you don't know what BattleBit is,
BattleBit, dude.
Like
honestly, I feel like BattleBit. If BattleBit actually what's like the average BattleBit player base? BattleBit average players on average. Average players is 8,900, almost 9,000. We'll go with 9,000 with the peak of 40k. Probably 40k when like XQC and all them was playing on release. But now average is being 9k. I'm not gonna lie, I think the game kind of fell off because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a copy and paste of Battlefield. Battlefield's on sale, has been on sale for a minute, and it's like Battlefield's on Xbox Game Pass too. So I feel like if you're gonna play BattleBit, just play Battlefield. I don't understand.
This is pretty much the whole clip.
Yeah, this game is just
straight up
like
dominating people like that.
Like I don't understand what the thing about that game is. I honestly don't.
That's pretty much it. And I saw a quote tweet that said, "Esports ruined casual gaming." Now I know the whole title of this video is like something along the lines of how streamers ruined gaming, but I'm gonna put streamers and esports kind of in the same category. I say that because with streaming, you kind of gotta either be good at a game or funny, and with esports, you gotta be good at a game. So I'm gonna put them both together because they're pretty similar, if I do say so myself. But to really understand this, we gotta go all the way back to 2018, the Fortnite boom. Before Fortnite was this cringe cash grab that pretty much just preyed on little kids for money. It was a game that,
dude, it preys on kids for little money every day, dude. They released Gojo, and oh my god, I want to know how much money they got when they released Gojo. I'm not gonna lie, dude, they had to have made over like, I'd say like 25 mil just from that one day of Gojo being out. I mean, probably 95% of them being under the age of 15.
Nobody truly knew how to play, and everyone had fun with it. I mean, back in 2018, every single human being was talking about Fortnite. I mean, back then you had Fortnite meme pages. Every single human being was posting their wins. People were doing
bro.
emotes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like on my phone talking about, yes, go, got another W, 6W of the day, 6W of the day. I'm telling you, bro.
IRL.
Fortnite move. Oh, do it again. Fortnite move.
Okay, but that was like a good time though.
The infamous ninja clip.
Everyone wants to get it. Come on, baby. Show me what you got. Show me what. Just move. If you got to know it, just move. It's all I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my god.
And since Fortnite was so popular, one thing that also became popular because of Fortnite was streaming. Back then, Twitch was like pretty niche, but I'd say that Fortnite made Twitch more mainstream. And you may be asking, why did people go to Twitch and not YouTube? Well, the thing about YouTube is that a lot of YouTube videos are edited, and some people, they may be good on YouTube, but it's like on Twitch. Twitch is live, Twitch is raw. So if you lose, like, people are gonna see you lose, and if you win, people are gonna see you win. And that's why Twitch was so popular, because you could see high-level gameplay in real time. To determine if somebody was truly good, all you had to do was just watch them on Twitch. And with Twitch becoming so popular, some streamers that a bunch of people were watching back then.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing about streaming, really. A lot of people just posted like their best clips on YouTube, and then they'd be like, oh, this is the best player. But then when you watch them back on Twitch, they'd be like, oh, this player's dog shit. Oh, this player's so bad. Because like, they'll get like one of those clips every 5 fucking days. Like, and that happens all the time. All the time, still nowadays. I feel like we really saw that with like big streamers. Like I don't really know who, honestly, to be honest, so I can't really back it up, but
like Myth, Ninja, Dr. Lupo, Nick Merckx. The whole Ninja versus Myth argument was like the biggest topic in school. I remember I was back in like freaking 10th grade and we were arguing at lunch tables talking about if Myth or Ninja was better.
Oh, me, bro.
I was Team Myth. But with all those popular streamers and pro players being,
I don't know what I was. I was probably Team Myth as well.
Want to be a pro player / streamer. I mean, did y'all see how some of these Fortnite teams were getting down? Bro, I'm telling you, if I had to crank a few 90s to be a freaking Fortnite pro back then, I probably would. And that's exactly where the downfall of gaming happened. Everyone started focusing.
Yeah, definitely the downfall of gaming happened at the downfall of Fortnite. Because the downfall of Fortnite was when they really made it some, like, just like child looking, like, not child looking, the game was always child looking, but they made it so that it would prey on these little kids and then want them to buy these big packages from like their mom's credit cards or whatever, and then they release these big shows like Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen and all of these other shows, and then the kids that are watching that, they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna buy this is so a skin in Fortnite, but it's like $20 for the skin. Like, come on, guys, be for real. It is a skin in a game, and we're over here wasting our mom's credit card money on these video game skins. And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those kids. I was one of those kids. But nowadays it is so bad. There's all these different skins, and then all these different like things that you can buy, and it's just weird. It's just Fortnite is just going over the top with not just Fortnite skins, but also just ruining the game in general, bringing back, like, they're just not doing good movement to within looking into the community's eyes and then looking into the money's eyes. They're looking way deep into the money's eyes. They want money. They don't care about the community, right? They don't care about the community. They've done nothing. They've done nothing for the community. At least I don't think so.
Make from gaming rather than the fun from gaming. Fortnite used to be this game where you try to win by doing these creative strats like building a sky base, building a huge metal base, or maybe even camping in a bush. But then it turned into this huge sweat fest when people saw that you could make abnormal amounts of money from this game. Back then, if you shot at a dude, they would probably start shooting at you back, like they wouldn't even build. But now, if you shoot at somebody in Fortnite, they're building a whole freaking skyscraper hotel with Wi-Fi. It's actually wild. Now, let me say this right now.
I agree. I think tryhards also kind of ruin a game, but I feel like at the same time, I feel like having fun at a game can also be you tryharding at the game. So you kind of putting those separate, I feel like is kind of weird. Because I kind of used to be like a tryhard back on console on that Combat Pro Action, and then everyone's like, oh, you're tryhard. I was ass. Okay, I was ass, but at the time, I'm gonna say I was pretty good. And then everybody's like, oh, you're tryhard, or you tryhard, kick him out the lobby. Oh, he tryhard. But like my tryhard was just me having fun. And then that's what really kind of just like made everyone think a different way of people.
But my point is that everyone's playing games to be the best rather than to just have fun with their boys. Everyone is playing to be watched on Twitch or watched on YouTube. I mean, you ever play a game and you get killed by somebody with a TTV gamer tag and you go to their Twitch and they're not streaming at all? They're just sweating just to sweat. Like, everyone is just playing for that top spot, because in that top spot, you can make content out of it, and with that content comes a whole lot of money. Unless you're playing like Farming Simulator and you're a pro. I don't really think you make a lot of money from like pro Farming Simulator, but I don't know. I might become a Farming Simulator pro. You never know, of course. But yeah, everyone's pretty much playing to be watched. I remember back then, games wouldn't really get sweaty until like 2 or 3 weeks after release. But now, games are sweaty off the rip. It can be 5 days away from Call of Duty coming out, and you already got a dude making a video saying, best class setup 2023, MW3. And it's like, bro.
Okay, but hold on a minute. I don't even think that's really sweating. I think that's just literally just, I think that's just the YouTubers doing YouTubers. Because back when Call of Duty 3 was out, I swear there was sweats, but there wasn't sweats. Like, people would just like argue to argue. They just joined to argue. And then yet there's still these people posting, oh, these class setups and BO2 too. It was like, oh, the best class setups in this, the best class setups in zombies. It's just one of those types of games that need that to grow and to have growth within the game. We need the communities to engage in those types of things for it to actually just be a good game.
Even released. It can be 2 weeks before 2K comes out, and a dude already has the best build. It makes no sense. And when the game comes out, people are only gonna play the meta, because when you only play the meta, you can win more. And when you win more, you can get up to that top rank. And when you get up to that top rank, you can stream,
but that's like
content from it. More people are gonna
that's
watch
literally
it
just like the point of the game.
And then the cycle just
of every game
continues and continues. And now everyone's just playing the same because everyone's just trying to be the best to be able to stream it / be watched. Back then, you would play games for the fun because there was really no money involved. But now it's like every single human being is trying to become the top streamer, and it's like, bro, like, where's the fun in that? Back then, gaming tournaments were giving out speckles. I'm telling you, if you won a gaming tournament for like freaking Mortal Kombat or Halo or something like that, you were probably gonna get 50 cents in a Big Mac. But now, if you win a freaking Fortnite tournament or you just win a freaking Call of Duty tournament, dog, you're honestly set. You can buy your mom a freaking mansion. People are getting millions from tournaments. I mean, look at Booga, bro. Didn't he?
Yeah, so I was about to say. Yeah, 3 million is crazy. 3 million is crazy. How long was that ago? 3 years?
Fortnite? That is wild.
That's so crazy.
Money. Another thing about gaming after streaming is that games that aren't even sweaty are becoming sweaty. For example, Fall Guys. I remember back in 2020, every single human being was playing Fall Guys during quarantine. And with everybody playing Fall Guys, TikTok got a hold of that. And I remember scrolling through TikTok one day, and I saw this one dude making videos of the best strats on certain maps on Fall Guys. And I just thought to myself, what do you gain from being a sweat in Fall Guys?
Yeah, no, sweating in Fall Guys is actually crazy. How do you sweat in a game when there's like you can't sweat in Fall Guys? There's no weapons in Fall Guys. I feel like you can really only sweat if there's kind of like weapons or swords or something like that. Like For Honor. Can you really sweat in For Honor? I don't know.
Like, I understand you're trying to show people how to win and stuff, but I feel like the reason why Fall Guys was so fun was because nobody was making strats or anything. People were just hopping in, having fun, just playing like headless chickens, you know? I feel like games die out quicker when you're making all these strats and stuff on how to win, when it's not even like, obviously, yes, the goal in Fall Guys is to win, but I feel like the whole point of that game is to enjoy the journey. Like the fun with friends, the freaking hurdles you're going.
Yeah, definitely these types of games are the fun with friends types of games, but COD will always be competitive. Like R6 will always be competitive. Those types of games will always be competitive and will always be at the top of the leaderboard when it comes to competitive play. And there's no saying like, oh, that's weird, oh, that's dumb, because it's always gonna happen. But the games where people take non-competitive play and then make it competitive is weird. This is weird. Like, cause like there's no point. You're gaining nothing out of this. Like, you're literally gaining nothing out of that. Just have, like, this is a game to have fun with your friends.
That one dude griefing you on the map. Like, when you're only focused on trying to get crowns in that game, the game becomes less fun because you're just focused on the destination rather than the journey. Imagine coming home from a long day of school or work and you're getting sweated on in Fall Guys. Imagine you're over there just trying to chill, you know, you're on this little cutesy game that's like Wipeout, and out of nowhere, TTV Try Hard for Life literally just claps you every single map, and it's like, dude.
Well, I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
You can't even have fun anymore. And since everyone's tryharding, games are now
catering
to the bad players. One thing that games have been implementing is this thing called skill-based matchmaking. If you don't know what it is, well, I'll basically explain.
Yeah. So people just want to, nowadays, they just want to get to the top of the leaderboard, honestly. For example, Fall Guys. People like will look at a video and then see like some exploit glitch and then be like, that's cool. I'm gonna abuse that and get the most crowns. And then now I'm the best player in the world. And they like that top of the leaderboard status because it just affects it. Like, there's so much affection on them. It's just like, oh, I'm the top, I'm the best, I want to be this. There's no point. Like he said, they're focusing on the destination and not the journey. They're not there to have fun. They're just there to be the top of the leaderboard. And I think that's like most games today.
All the top players from a bunch of different games all get into a lobby with each other and go head to head. Basically ranked play, but with no bonus rewards or anything. You just kind of get into a lobby with the best players without getting any specific reward in casual play. And the thing about skill-based matchmaking is that it's unfair because the good players are being punished for being good at the game. And it gets to this point where it's like winning feels like a chore rather than actual fun. Because back then, if you truly wanted to sweat, you would go into like a ranked game mode or something. But now, if you're a tryhard, you're gonna play every single other tryhard 24/7 just because you're good at the game. Back then, games like Call of Duty, what they would do, you would join a lobby, and if you wanted to leave that lobby, you would just leave it, and if you wanted to stay after the game, you would stay. But now, after a game is finished, they just transport you to a whole different lobby with everyone else who also did good, and it's like, now you gotta go head to head with all the big dogs just because you won one game. I remember Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, that had some of the worst skill-based matchmaking ever.
Yeah,
that game was borderline unplayable.
Yeah, this game was so bad.
One game, you would be playing the freaking Optic roster from freaking 2014 from winning one game.
Stop
and another
it,
way of games catering to bad players, Fortnite adding bots into their games just so you can feel better about yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Let's be real.
I don't know why I was actually surprised.
2023. Nobody is a default anymore in Fortnite. I mean, back then, yes, there were people who were bad at the game, but nobody is so bad that they're literally running into a wall 24/7 in Fortnite. So now it's like there's no middle ground between the good and the bad players. It's like, if you're good, you're being punished, and if you're bad, you're being rewarded. There's actually this tweet by FaZe Sway that says, "The downfall of video games started when kids complained about people being good at the game. I remember when I was a kid and saw a Master Prestige in COD, I didn't tell him to take a shower or go outside. I sent that MF a friend request." And that's facts.
No, that's so facts, actually. You know what? Because I feel like now, back then, you were kind of just like, oh, this person, you had the stereotype of people that were at the top are just good. They're not try-harding, they're not sweating. But now the stereotypes have changed so much that we think everyone at the top of the leaderboard is sweating, or like obviously we have a different type of sweating now. Is never takes a shower, never goes outside, or never does anything. And it's a prime example of how stereotypes change literally so much within like any game.
Actually putting in the work to be good, a lot of people just sit there and complain, and now games are kind of catering to them. But one game that I say that kind of bridged the middle ground between the really good players and the really bad players is Street Fighter 6. One thing that Street Fighter 6 did, they added something called modern controls and classic controls. Classic controls, basically you have to do more to push out a combo, and if you do that successfully, then that combo does more damage. But if you play modern controls, you only hit square or something and it'll do a full combo, and those combos do less damage. So it kind of bridges the gap between good and bad players. But that's a whole fighting game. How can this be fixed in like games that are like FPS or something like that?
Well, I think that it could be fixed games like FPS by not putting in, I think, basing off of Rainbow Six Siege, for example. I think that they could, this game, because that definitely has it, right? I think operators exactly. I don't really know though, because it's hard with FPS games, obviously, because FPS games don't have that type of play style, right? I think you can only apply that to one type of play style, and that's the play style that he just described. You can't really apply that to an FPS game. FPS game, there's really no complex kind of scenarios that you can apply that to.
My honest opinion, I say that FPS games should just go back to like the regular lobbies, you know? Back then, you could join a lobby, scope out the lobby, see who's like the freaking best players and stuff. If they were a little too good for your level, you could leave if you wanted to. Like, I don't think that you should be transported into the freaking universe of the top 12 Call of Duty masters after you win one game. I feel like there should always be that option to stay if you want to stay or leave if you want to leave. There was nothing wrong with those lobbies back then. It's just like games just wanted to cater to the bad players, you know? So it's honestly just like, gaming is just honestly a huge sweat fest. And that rounds back to like the ultimate question of this video. Did streamers really ruin gaming? In my honest opinion, yes. I 1000% believe that streamers in esports ruined gaming. Because there is no reason why.
Because before streamers in esports, people were just playing to have fun, and they never understood being the best, right? They understood having fun. But nowadays, they see Bolo, for example, on R6, and they're like, oh, I want to be Bolo. I want to be him. He gets so much fame and so much money and so much and love and all of this stuff. I want to be like him. I'm going to try my best to do this. And that's not bad. But at the same time, it ruins the stereotypes and the originality of a game, which could ruin the play based and how much fun you're having for others, especially, right? So yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing though.
People should be sweating at a game where you literally farm cabbages. How do you even sweat in Farming Simulator? How?
I don't think
Let
you
me
can
know in
sweat
the
in Farming
comments. Do
Simulator.
y'all think streamers / pro players ruin gaming? Or like, what's your guys' take on this whole situation? Let me know. But yeah, this is going to wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video,
yeah, go ahead and check out the video. It's by Cameron W video. But yeah, I fully believe that they did. I agree with him. Honestly, the stereotypes have increased, especially with the more streamers that come out on games. They're they're expressing how to play a game to other viewers, and they're like, do this. This is the best strat to get to this rank. Easiest way to get to this rank. Back in the day, they were just posting videos of people just having fun and cracking jokes on Call of Duty, and I think that changed because of esports and all these other people that are like, oh well. This is how you get to this level in this amount of time. Glitch to get to level 100 quickest way. And it's just like, oh, that ruined everything, right? Because now people see that and they're like, oh, I want to do that. I don't want to spend the time doing this. And that takes out the journey. They just skip the journey to the destination. They're at the destination. It's like, anyway, that's about it.